current. See, everybody else is going with the current. It doesn't matter if it's a trend. It doesn't matter if it's a, you know, socialism. You know, it is very often that we underestimate how tough a lonely journey is. Not by choice, you know. When you travel down a lonely path, you know, the journey less traveled by majority, you know, it's a very difficult route because sometimes, or for most people, most times, you will not have that support system. It feels like you're going against the grain. You know, being a black sheep feels like you're going against the grain. That's the perfect way to put it, you know, because you feel like, hey, I'm not listening to mom, I'm not listening to dad. In this sense, um let me emphasize on what I'm about to clarify. You know, I'm not saying be disobedient to your parents, and I'm not asking you to yield away from their instructions. I'm talking about decisions where we decisions that can impact your career, um, your future, like what you want to become, like a career choice. You know, whether you want to play sports or not, or you want to go to med school or not, or you want to be a lawyer or not, or you want to be a businessman or not. You know, those are the journey that I'm talking about. You know, let's say for example, your parents want you to study law. They want you to become a lawyer. Maybe it's a family of lawyers. You know, everyone in the family has been a lawyer. There's some families where they're all doctors, and here comes one person that they gave birth to. It's like, hey, I don't want to be a doctor. You know, and they think they think it's foolish. It's like, why don't you want to become a doctor? It's like, hey, I don't feel like being a doctor is my calling. And guess what? Sometimes when you make stands like that, when you make decisions like that, they will pull away their support. They will refer to you as the black sheep. All because you decide you want to follow your own journey, you want to follow your own path. And they want to observe what you're doing. They observe if you're gonna fail or not. Just because you deviate from a career they chose for you. Not a career that you want for yourself. You know, a career that was forced upon you. You know, that's the kind of deviation I'm talking about. You know, don't allow someone to force a career on you. You should decide what you want to do, because that's going to determine your influence, your impact, where you live, and your society at large. And for majority of people that go into some people come out of high school and they go into college, and they're undecided. I mean, what are you doing? Undecided. You're basically saying you don't have a plan going into college. You're just there to have fun. You don't even know who you are. You know? How can you know what you're gonna study? How can you know what you're destined for when you're undecided? It's because you haven't taken time to thought about it. You know? It's just something you have to be spending time alone, you know, figuring out what you're really good at, and testing stuff, and try to figure out your God-given talent. But when you try to pursue your God-given talent, man, ladies and gentlemen, you you will understand real quick that most of the time you're on your own, you know. And if what you're trying to pursue is so far from the normalcy of your family, or the career tradition of your family, or or your society, you know, when you try to be special and stand out, they're gonna think you're crazy, you know. And more often than none, you're gonna be alone. You're gonna be on a lonely journey. They're gonna think you're traveling against the grain, which you are. You're going against the grain. You know, being a black sheep is like swimming against the current in the river. The current slows you down as you try to fight and swim up the river against the current. See, everybody else is going with the current. It doesn't matter if it's a trend. It doesn't matter if it's a, you know, socialism. It doesn't matter if it's extreme clubbing. I want you to notice my keyword here. You know, it's okay to have fun once in a while, but I'm saying extreme clubbing. You know, which it's almost like a religion. You club every opportunity you get. You know, extreme use of drugs and alcohol. You know, rolling around with bad friends, bad influence, not finding a proper mentor, and just wasting your gifts and talent. You're not being productive. That's what I refer to as swimming with current. You're swimming with the current. You follow everyone's path. But the moment you deviate from everyone's path and you start to swim against the current, oh, you're gonna be wary. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna feel like you're not moving at all. You're gonna feel like you're swimming on the spot. But guess what? You will begin to make small movements. Small movements. You're making small movements. And your friends will laugh at you. Family might laugh at you. They might call you stupid. They might question your decisions. Your abilities will be questioned. Now, do not give in, you know, to society's judgment. Do not. You know, swim against the current. And set that example. And prove them all wrong. Because at the end of the day, a black sheep must stand out. And your path is not usually the easiest. It's the road less traveled. That's the path of a black sheep. It's the path of the road less traveled. So, once you sign up and you commit to the path, then you must find courage to show up every single day consistently. You know, just be consistent. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I know the current is hard. The current is tough. Just keep swimming. Before you know it, your arms will get stronger. Yeah, you will get tired. You know, in the river of life, you will get tired. You know, you will get tired. But keep swimming. You have a life vest on. You won't drown. But if you don't swim, you're gonna stay stagnant. You won't move nowhere. You're just gonna float. And when you float, guess what? The current is gonna eventually take you in the direction it's going. So you must swim against the current. Otherwise, you're gonna be going with the current. You're gonna go with everybody else. All your gifts, all your unique gifts, drain down the society. Drain down the path everybody else is going. That's why you just can't float. You can't use your life jacket just to float. Yeah, you can float for a little bit. Yo, my arms are tired, man. Life is tough. Take a few breaks. But you gotta get back on it. Here I come. Swimming, swimming, swimming against the current. And eventually, you will find your true calling and purpose. See, when you swim with the current, you can't even stand out. You're not different. You're just like everybody. You know, oh, all my friends are doing this, I'm gonna do this with them. Oh yeah, my family wants me to do this. They think this is what's best for me. No accountability. You can't even make your own decisions. What do you want? Black sheep? Who are you? Yeah, you came out of your parents, they gave birth to you. And you grew up in a society, but have you discovered yourself? Until you discover yourself, you're gonna swim with the current. You're gonna be going with the current. You're gonna join whatever clubs they join, just because you want to look cool. But we're not here to look cool. We're here to stand out and make a difference in the society we live in. And that's exactly what traveling a lonely journey for a black sheep is. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions for me, if you have any controversial statement or anything you would like for me to speak on. Make sure you leave it in the comment section. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel. And I'll be back with another topic. See you guys.